Japa dreams under threat.
On day one, I will launch the largest deportation program in American history to get the criminals out.
Japa to America. How Trump's policies could change everything for Nigerians.
As president, I will seal the border. I will send them all back to their countries where they belong. The millions of illegal aliens pouring into our country under a border.
This is a scene playing out in countless Nigerian households as the quest for a better life, Japa, takes center stage.
In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. And this is what's happening in our country.
But what happens when the dream meets a harsh reality? President Trump's second term promises sweeping immigration reforms. The road to America could become narrower and more challenging every day.
And they're taking over our country. You see what they're doing. Border invasion is also crushing the jobs and wages of African-American workers and Hispanic-American workers, and also union members. Unions are next. You watch. They're taking your jobs. Every job produced in this country over the last 2 years has gone to illegal aliens. Every job. Think of it.
Deportation sweeps, visa restrictions, and a crackdown on illegal immigration loom on the horizon. What does this mean for Nigerians who are among the most entrepreneurial, highly skilled, and driven migrants in the world? In this video, we'll explore how Trump's policies could change everything for Nigerians seeking opportunities in America. Whether you are already an American citizen, or you are studying in an American uni, or dreaming of transitioning from a study visa to a work visa, or you are a parent hoping for your family reunification, or someone already in the US wondering what comes next, this is the essential guide for you. Overview of Trump's mass deportation plan. To understand the stakes, let's take a closer look at the key elements of Trump's proposed immigration policies. Imagine them as gates, each one closing continuously to limit entry into the US, stricter visa processes, and reduced access. Under Trump's previous tenure, visa processes became a marathon, requiring a physical interview and extensive documentation. Now he's promising an even tougher stance. H-1B visas, typically a beacon for skilled workers, could face reductions or tighter caps.
American workers lost 1.3 million jobs. Meanwhile, the migrants picked up 635,000 jobs, plus another 700,000 or 800,000 jobs at least that we know of. But the Americans lost jobs. What a disgrace.
Family reunification, a lifeline for many migrants, is at risk of being curtailed. For Nigerians, these changes mean more than just paperwork. They represent a significant hurdle for families hoping to rebuild their lives together. Think of aspiring Nigerian tech professional who dreams of joining Silicon Valley, but finds the door closing due to tightening H-1B quotas, deportation sweeps, and the threat to undocumented Nigerians. Deportation sweeps aren't just political rhetorics, they are now reality. They have happened before. Trump's plan to remove illegal immigrants en masse is particularly alarming for the estimated 11 million documented individuals in the US, a portion of whom are Nigerians.
Where is the common sense in open borders and high taxes? And the influx across the borders has been one of the things that has allowed unemployment to rise, and rise substantially.
Families could be torn apart as parents face deportation while their US-born children remain behind. Nigerians who have overstayed their visa might find themselves on the front line of these crackdowns. Consider this: in 2018, a Nigerian care worker living in Texas outstayed her welcome by a few years. Despite being an integral part of her community, she was detained and deported. Stories like hers serve as a stark reminder of human cost of such policies, ending birthright citizenship and its ripple effects.
We're like a garbage can for the world.
Trump has also proposed ending birthright citizenship. For many Nigerians, this eliminates a long-standing pathway to secure their children's future. Without birthright citizenship, undocumented parents would face even greater uncertainty about their children's legal status. This policy could dissuade young families from considering immigration to the US altogether. Trump's policies is like tightening a noose around immigration pathways, making each step harder to navigate than ever before. It's like climbing a steep mountain with obstacles at every turn. Nigerians are already considering alternative Japa pathways.
I think Nigerians should just also explore other countries instead of only USA. Now, we have Donald Trump coming on board, and he has plans against the blacks. So, I mean, we've got countries like Luxembourg, we've got out of UK, we've got out of Canada. We have other European countries that Nigerians can apply to instead of focusing only on US. So I feel it's advisable to look at other countries than US.
Destinations like Canada and the UK can be great options during uncertain times. Impact on Nigerians in America. Trump's immigration policies don't just affect those looking to migrate. They carry profound consequences for Nigerians already living in the US, whether documented or undocumented.
Coming from all sorts of places. They're coming in from prisons and from mental institutions, and they're coming in as terrorists.
Let's break this down into two groups: those who have legal status and those without. The reality for undocumented Nigerians. Imagine a Nigerian Uber driver in New York City. He has lived in the US for 7 years, supporting his family back home, but his visa expired 2 years ago. Every day he steps out to work, he carries the weight of uncertainty, whether if today will be the day immigration authorities come knocking. Trump's proposed mass deportation amplifies this fear.
We're going to have to seal up those borders.
Increased raids. Immigration sweeps at work sites could target undocumented Nigerians in industries like agriculture, transportation, manufacturing, healthcare, or hospitality. Family separations. Undocumented parents could be deported while their children, often US citizens by birth, remain behind. Loss of contributions. Many undocumented Nigerians are critical contributors to their communities and the US economy, working in essential services or as entrepreneurs. In 2019, the US Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, that is ICE, raided targeted poultry plants in Mississippi, leading to the detention of hundreds of undocumented workers. While not specific to Nigerians, the operation highlighted the vulnerability of immigrant communities across America. For Nigerians, similar actions could devastate individuals and families who have made their lives in the US. Challenges for legal Nigerian migrants. Even for Nigerians with legal status, Trump's policies pose challenges in visa renewals. Hurdles in renewing H-1B visas or transitioning from student to work visa could disrupt career trajectories. Family reunification. Trump's aim to limit family sponsorships might prevent Nigerians from bringing loved ones to the US. Physical interviews and stricter background checks create delays and uncertainties, even for those with no history of violations. Example, a Nigerian software engineer in Silicon Valley shared how delays in processing his H-1B visa renewal left him unable to travel internationally for over a year. Stories like this reflect the growing challenges faced by legal migrants. The psychological toll beyond logistical hurdles. Trump's policies carry a heavy psychological burden. Both legal and undocumented Nigerians must navigate an atmosphere of heightened scrutiny and xenophobia. Deportation often carries stigma back home, making reintegration challenging for those forced to return. This circumstance is like walking a tightrope. One misstep, and everything can come crashing down. The pressure to maintain legal status or avoid detection as an undocumented migrant take an emotional toll. Have you or someone you know been affected by stricter immigration policies? Share your stories in the comments, but please avoid sharing sensitive personal information. To ensure safety and stability, consider exploring all available pathways and alternative destinations, especially if US policies currently seem restrictive for your situation. Opportunities and challenges for prospective Nigerian migrants. Trump's policies create a paradox. While cracking down on illegal immigration, he has expressed support for skilled migrants through H-1B visas. For entrepreneurial and highly educated Nigerians, this could represent a silver lining. Demand for tech and healthcare workers might keep H-1B pathways open, especially with figures like Elon Musk championing skilled migration. Increased competition and caps on H-1B visas applications make the process daunting. Transitioning from students to work visa may involve stricter scrutiny. If you are a Nigerian professional who successfully navigated the H-1B process, you can offer your experience and practical tips for the community. Again, viewers are encouraged to verify advice and consult trusted professionals directly before making a decision. Don't blame me. The decline of family reunification programs. For many Nigerians, family reunification has been a reliable pathway to immigration legally to the US. However, Trump's proposed restrictions threaten to disrupt these options. Key changes: reduce sponsorship for extended family members, focusing instead on immediate family ties, longer wait times and additional scrutiny for applications already in the process. Imagine a scenario where a young Nigerian woman who recently became a US permanent resident hopes to bring her husband from Nigeria to live with her. Under Trump's tightened policies, this process could be delayed by years or even denied altogether. Who knows? Anything is possible with Trump. The student to work visa transition. Many Nigerians pursue education in the US as a stepping stone to long-term residency. Trump's policies could complicate matters. Could complicate this pathway. Tougher regulations, changes in optional practical training (OPT), and increased barriers to transitioning from F1 student visa to H1B work visas. Increased costs. Stricter requirements mean inevitably higher expenses for documentation, interviews, legal assistance, you name it. A Nigerian studying engineering in the US might face uncertainty about securing work authorization after graduation, impacting their ability to stay in the country legally. State-by-state differences in immigration policies. Trump's policies aren't uniformly applied across the US states, with Democrat leaderships like California and New York are often more immigrant-friendly compared to Republican states like Texas or Florida. Nigerians seeking asylum or protection might find better support in states with progressive policies. Research the immigration policies of specific states before deciding where to move. Broader implications for Nigeria and its economy. Nigeria is already grappling with significant economic challenges, including high unemployment and inflation. Reduced migration pathways under Trump's policy could exacerbate these issues. If you are an immigration lawyer or consultant, we would love to hear your professional perspective in the comments. Viewers are encouraged to verify advice and consult trusted professionals directly before making any decision. Decline in remittances. Nigerians in the diaspora contribute billions of dollars annually to the economy. Deportation and stricter migration policies could reduce this vital source of income. Increased brain drain pressure. With fewer opportunities abroad, Nigeria risks losing its best and brightest to countries like Canada and the UK instead of the US. The role of Nigerian government. To counter the effects of Trump's policy, the Nigerian government must take proactive steps. Create policies that encourage skilled professionals to stay in the country. Partner with other nations to establish new immigration agreements. Provide support systems for deported citizens to reintegrate into society effectively. Cultural and humanitarian impact. Deportations aren't just statistics, they are personal stories of hardship and loss. Families are often separated, with parents deported while the children remain in the US. The psychological impact of children, especially those born in the US, can be profound. Deportation often carries shame in Nigerian society, complicating reintegration for returnees. If you have been forced to separate from loved ones due to deportation or immigration wahala, share your stories in the comments. But please avoid sharing sensitive personal information. Pressure on US public services. One argument driving Trump's policies is the perceived strain that immigrants place on public services like schools and hospitals. However, data often shows that immigrants contribute more to the economy than they take. The US immigration landscape is shifting rapidly, and Trump's proposed policies stand to reshape the dreams of many Nigerians seeking a better future. Whether you are a student, a skilled worker, or a family member looking to reunite with their loved ones in the US. Understanding these changes is critical to navigating this uncertain terrain. But this isn't the end of the road. By staying informed, exploring alternative pathways, and planning strategically, you can still pursue your dreams abroad. Thank you for watching to the end. Please share with your network like, subscribe if you haven't already. What are you waiting for? See you on the next one. Bye-bye.